Not in Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on, Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Well, if you know somebody who was able to make it out to Duane Carlson Stadium tonight, tell them to bundle up. And for those of you watching at home on the PSP Network, buckle up. We've got the makings of a fun one today between Mandan and Minot in WDA soccer from Magic City campus. And welcome into our broadcast position here above Duane Carlson Stadium in Minot, North Dakota. I'm Owen Patterson on the call for WDA Soccer tonight on the PSP Network. We've got Mandan and Minot facing off in the top of the WDA table today. If you go back to last year's first regular season matchup between these two clubs, it was a 2-2 draw. That was the closest anybody's gotten in the last almost 5 years to beating this Minot Majettes team. It was a 2-2 draw with Mandan on the pitch. Today, the Braves look to completely end the streak as Minot looks to extend it all the way up to 60 today. As for how Mandan can do that and how Minot can keep on rolling in the West region, let's take a look at our Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game. getting it started with the Mandan Braves. Are going to have to play a bit of a slow game today, you got to believe, against Minot. This is going to be one where maybe one goal is the difference. That's at least Mandan's belief today for a victory in this match, is play it slow. Don't get into a track meet with Minot, because they are as good of a goal-scoring team as there is in the entire state. Not to say Mandan can't score either. They're a team that scores 49 goals on the season through 9 matches, but today they got to be methodical. They got to play defensively correctly. That's going to have to be the key today for Mandan. Play slow on offense. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't take maybe the first opportunity. Maybe the second or third is the one to look for the Braves today, and capitalize on those opportunistic looks that you do get against Minot. As for the Majettes, pedal to the metal. Start out early. Start scoring often. Go back to the last game we had on the PSP Network, Minot against Jamestown, another matchup atop the West Region standings. And Minot, well, early on, they were led by their defense. The offense wasn't really there until the second half. They really got going, and it looked like they got into a really good rhythm there at the end of a 3-0 win over Jamestown. Maybe you have that second half success going for a full 80 minutes today against Mandan, and that could be the key to breaking away and pulling away very early from Mandan, taking the Braves' confidence out of them from the first whistle or from the kickoff today here at Duane Carlson Stadium. That's a look at your Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game, with over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts and the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains. Find them online at northern-plains.com. We've got more of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show coming up next after this quick commercial break. Take a look, set up the matchup a little bit more. Also introduce you to the starting lineups and get you set for kickoff. The Braves and the Majettes meet at Duane Carlson Stadium, and right here on the PSP Network.
We've changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto. We've changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I picked Carlson Wentz. I picked Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from? I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Welcome back into the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show with timely services. It won't slow you down and no appointment needed to stay in your car, drive through oil change. They'll take about 15 minutes at any other Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot or Bismarck. Also, see what they do online at VIOC.com. Well, this matchup is a big one to say the least. Mandan's lone loss on the season to Minot High in the season opener. Their last match, a draw with Jamestown, the first and only scoreless match in the West region so far this season. Now, there is a bit of complex understanding of the WDA standings coming into this match today. Mandan and Jamestown do currently sit in first place. We'll explain that more in detail, I'm sure, throughout the rest of the match because we go by the point system in soccer rather than win percentage. So Mandan and Jamestown playing that extra game and drawing, each splitting the point. They sit number 1 and 2, so that means Minot High, who's the only unbeaten team in the West, they come in as the number 3 team in the WDA. So this is a top 3 matchup in the West region with Mandan ranked number 1, Minot High ranked number 3. But hey, we all know rankings fly out the window most of the times when good teams play each other. And we've got 2 fantastic teams on display today. How about some of the players to watch for these 2 sides? For Mandan, let's start with them. 17 goals this year for Sarah Heldrop, but who's given her the ball? Tegan Droll, the senior midfielder. 2 goals on the year, but 12 assists, 7 of them going to her sophomore teammate, Sarah Heldrop. Obviously, you can score the goals, but you got to have some good passing as well, and Droll definitely helps in that aspect of the game. She currently ranks 5th in the West region in points, again, with 12 of those 14 points coming on assists. Her distribution to teammates today, it's been good all season. It's going to need to be great today against Minot, going up against a defense that's as spectacular as any. Nobody has put up the numbers that Minot has, or maybe I should say nobody can put up the numbers Minot hasn't put up this season on the defensive side. The Majettes, through 8 matches, they have not allowed a single goal. Credit that to their freshman goalkeeper, Kinsley Gilmore, with a perfect save percentage and 34 saves on the year. 8 shutouts in 8 matches this season. She's got 18 career shutouts already, and she's just a freshman. Remember, that goes back to last year. But also the Minot defense in front of her, they have been absolutely spectacular. We saw it on display against Jamestown the last time they were featured on the PSP network. They are intense, and they're led defensively by Bria Lewis. That's the name to know for Minot on the defensive side of things. I'm sure we're going to talk about the players that make a difference offensively for Matt Fowle's team, the Minot High Majettes, as the night goes on. That's just how it works when Minot's on the pitch. You're going to hear the names of Macy Burke and Emerson Parent and company all throughout the night here on the PSP network. Stay tuned. We've got some soccer on the way as our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show wraps up. We'll come back with the national anthem and starting lineups before kickoff here ahead of WDA Soccer next after this commercial break.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Jersey Mike's slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
From the 26-yard line, nearing the Serve Pro red zone are the Demons already. Handoff, Hankey dances in the hole. Now he speeds and bursts outside, accelerates to the 20, 15, 10, 2 touches, 2 touchdowns.
Carter Hankey, this time they go left, and he just does what he does so well is he read the block. It wasn't off tackle, it wasn't off the guard on the inside, and he took his time, then he bounced to the outside, got a great little kick-out block, a touch block, and deep downfield for the Demons, helping him out.
As we have the national anthem. And now for tonight's starting lineups, starting with the visitors on the scoreboard. Number 1, Hannah Forder. Number 3, Emmy Gartner. Number 4, Kate Beckler. Number 5, Madison Hertz. Number 6, Sarah Helderop. Number 7, Addison McLeish. Number 10, Riley Kelber. Number 11, Tegan Grohl. Number 15, Kaylee Hansen. Number 16, Jenny Hansen. Number 17, Gabrielle Frolick. Man is coached by Aaron McCulley, assisted by Adam Casson, Annie Navarro, and Ree Metz. And now let's make some noise for your Majettes. Starting senior number 12, Macy Burke. Senior number 3, Bria Lewis. Senior number 22, Emerson Perrin. Junior number 37, McKenna Aldrich. Junior number 30, Morgan Forthen. Sophomore number 9, Julia Lewis. Sophomore number 14, Java McKibben. Sophomore number 18, Camden Vardy. Freshman number 0, Kinsley Gilmore. Freshman number 11, Aniston Perrin. And 8th grade number 33, Grace Hegsted. Mount High's coach from Matt Fall, Ellen Jevons, Creighton Brockmeyer, John Vandervenner, Harris Bajak, and Morgan Perrin.
The trick to throwing well is knowing where you want the ball to go.
Like how the local bankers at First Western Bank and Trust take the time to learn about you and recommend the banking services like online banking or personal loans that keep your goals on target.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
It's time for soccer on the PSP Network. Might have a bit of a static camera for most of the first half here today as we figure out that part of the broadcast here, but we are underway from Duane Carlson Stadium. Mandan in the road whites, Minot in the home maroon and gold. The Majettes have not won. They are unbeaten in their last 59 matches. The only one they didn't win was against Mandan in their first regular season matchup a year ago, a 2-2 draw. So the Braves definitely the team that most think could finally knock off the Majettes. We'll see if that does go to plan for the Braves today. It's going to be a tall task. We talked about it in our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show a bit on what could work for Mandan today to pull off the upset, but on their first offensive possession, it's taken away after a pretty good look. Got close to the box, but here come the Majettes for the first time. Back to midfield, but kept alive by Minot. We'll get you those starting lineups right now. First for the Mandan Braves, Emmy Gartner in midfield wearing number 3, Kate Beckler on defense wearing number 4, Madison Hertz, Sarah Heldrop, and Addison McLeish, all at the midfield position for the Braves. And the rest of the starting lineup: Riley Colbert, Tegan Droll, Paige Weiss, Kelby Seafelt, Kaylee Hansen, and Jenny Hansen with their goalkeeper Hannah Ferderer, the senior in goal. 34 saves this year, a 92% save percentage for Ferderer, 7 shutouts in 9 matches. Now, one goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Mandan. They'll have a throw-in right in front of the Minot bench. Sent away by Tegan Droll. All the way to Kinsley Gilmore in goal, and that will help us introduce the Minot starters. Gilmore is the goalkeeper for Minot. The freshman, as we said in that pregame show, 34 saves, has not let one past her. This is a Minot team that has not conceded a goal yet all season through 8 matches. The rest of the starting 11 for Matt Fow and the Majettes: Macy Burke, Bria Lewis, Emerson Perrin, McKenna Aldrich, Morgan Forthen, Julia Lewis, Java McKibben, Camden Vardy, Kinsley Gilmore, Aniston Perrin, and Grace Hegstad. A Minot team with an 8-0 record and 8 matches played, 7 of them coming against West Region opponents. They've won all of those. The one non-conference win was against Fargo Shanley in a matchup of top teams from the East and the West. I'd say, looking at it from this point of the season, there is a good chance that the Majettes and the Shanley Deacons do face off again later this year, possibly in a state tournament match. Good fight for it here on the near side between the Minot and Mandan players. It was picked up by Minot's Grace Hegstad after Gabrielle Froelich tried to advance into Mandan's offensive territory a little bit further. There's a look and a first opportunity to get some action for Hannah Ferderer, the goalkeeper for Mandan. Ferderer senior class. Another talented netminder in the WDA. We saw Olivia Sorley come to Minot last week in our last presentation of high school soccer on the PSP network. Sorley, who came in without allowing a goal on the year, let 3 go by, but that doesn't take away from the talent level that she has there for the Blue Jays. She was able to shut out this Mandan team, who scored 49 goals on the season and allowed 3. That's a pretty good goal differential through 9 matches. Got a couple of double-digit scoring games for the Braves this year against Dickinson and Williston. Minot's also had their fair share of goals against those two teams as well. As play continues, we're 4 minutes into this match on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Your life is busy, they'll make managing your money easy with locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. You can also find them online at bnc.bank. Ball here collected by the Braves in a circle of 4 maroon jerseys. And that was Riley Colbert possessing the ball. Now pass it over to her teammate Sarah Heldrop, the leading goal scorer for the Braves and the leading goal scorer in the West region. 17 goals this year for Sarah Heldrop. That is number 1 in the West. She's tied for first in points. Gilmore sent it away, but the Braves are there to keep it. Here's Heldrop chasing it down on the far side corner towards the sideline boundary. Heldrop trying to get creative there, but it's taken away by the Minot defense. Once again, another reminder that it will be a bit of a static camera. We hope just for the first half of this game. Could try triple tasking, but just want one part of the broadcast to be of high quality today. Stoppage of play. It's going to go against Minot. Mandan will take over possession. It is pretty breezy. We're here blowing right into our broadcast position above Duane Carlson Stadium. And that wind is causing it to be cold. You can see the hats and gloves and the winter coats are back out after a very nice weather-wise match against Jamestown a week ago. Had some nice weather for baseball and softball this week, but again, the cold weather always seems to return just when you thought it was over in North Dakota. 34 minutes left to play in the first half. Oh, here's a steal now for Mandan right at midfield. Credit that one to Kate Beckler. Beckler gives it right away. Picked up by Bria Lewis, star defensive player for Minot. Headlined her in the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Already making some big plays early on. Possession goes to the Majettes. Throw in picked up by Minot. Up ahead they work. Here's a break in the middle. This is Macy Burke. Left-footed kick. It's saved by Mandan's Ferderer. First real good opportunity and first shot on goal by Minot. Goes to Macy Burke, who is running right down the middle of the pitch. Had an open look at the net, but Furterer there to keep it a 0-0 match for Mandan. Minot with possession again. Here's Emerson Perrin. Perrin trying to lead the pass, but it's going to get away. I believe the intended target down there was Java McKibben running in from the left side, but again, just ahead of McKibben. Pass goes out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Majettes here on the offensive side. Loose ball picked up. Now play to the middle. Morgan Forthen, again, the intended target, but the pass a little bit off. And Furter has it for Mandan, looking to get it out of this side of the pitch. Minot putting some early pressure on that Mandan defense. Cleared by the Braves. Second time across midfield. Played back and forth. They are not making any progress here in the last couple of minutes. One pass across the half line, and it's coming right back. One step forward, two steps back for Mandan offensively. Minot with an opportunity again. Here's Burke dribbling back to her right. Tries to come across the pitch, but it's picked off right there by Riley Calbert. 1-on-1 in the corner. Forthen had it taken away. Played back now to Hegstad. Hegstad finds Julia Lewis. Lewis here on the near side. Forthen. Big from Perrin. Oh, it's just going to roll past the hands of Furterer. Hannah Furterer had that one all the way in. She was looking it right into the gloves. It was a slow roller, but just off the fingertips of Hannah Furterer, and that is this game's first goal. Credit that one to Emerson Perrin. Again, it wasn't a big striking kick. It just rolled along the turf. Furterer had it looked like a perfect read on it. However, deflected right off her fingertips and through, and Furterer took some time there on the turf saying, how did that get by? And that is the fourth goal allowed by Hannah Furterer this season, after picking up her 35th save just a few minutes ago. An 8th-minute goal, scoring early and often, just like the Northern Plains, heating their keys to the game requested for the Majettes. It's Perrin. Didn't hear who the assist was on, but we'll catch that later during our Magic Towing intermission report. It's 1-0 Minot high on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, with locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. You can also find them online at bnc.bank. They provide you with banking and wealth management services for your business and family. That's BNC National Bank. 10 minutes played in this first half. 1 goal on the board for the Minot High Majettes, courtesy of Emerson Perrin, and that is goal number 14 on the year for the senior, the North Dakota State University soccer commit. That is career point number 108. Keep on piling up for Perrin. Back to the action here. Burke with a nice pass. Here's a breakaway opportunity and a shot that was heavily influenced there. It was Julia Lewis looking for the shot. Emmy Gartner was in there to make life difficult for Lewis on the shot attempt, making some contact and sending that one wild. Mandan looking for a response right away. Up ahead. It's going to be tracked down. Shot on the way. And across the net and out of bounds.
We'd also like to thank our silver level sponsors, Marketplace Food and Drugs.
Well, Mandan, after mentioned it, a couple of minutes of not getting too far past the midfield line. He had one pass and be right back. Minot eventually took advantage of it, getting to a good offensive set. Right there, Mandan again breaks through, but the shot just wide of the mark. Pass up ahead between two Braves teammates was picked off by Macy Burke. Now here goes Forthen. Forthen's pass was, there was a white jersey in the way. Controlling it here on the near side for Mandan is Addison McLeish, junior midfielder, 5 points on the year. She's wearing number 7. for Mandan. Good time to remind you this broadcast of high school soccer on the PSP Network is brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Probably helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at rogerwardmovingandstorage.com. Schedule a move or to find a quote. That's Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Burke had it kicked away by Kaylee Hansen. Possession stays with the Majettes. Thrown on the near side by Grace Hegstad. Again, getting in there was Gabrielle Froelich to deflect that ball out of bounds. Minot, another opportunity on offense. Julia Lewis has it off the deflection. It's going to get past the Mandan defense all the way to Ferderer. And she'll come up to the top of the box. Send this one away for the Braves. "13 minutes just about gone by in this first half. Minot with the first score of the game. Perrin, an 8th-minute goal. Still yet to find out who got that assist, but we'll get it to you for sure during the Magic Towing Intermission Report. Remember their phone number 701-509-4011. Majettes trying to get the Braves defense out of position with a quick throw in. They went right to Aniston Perrin. Now we'll get another opportunity closer to the corner. Again, Hegstad will play it in. Picked up by Emerson Perrin. Perrin dribbling to the left. Sends one to the opposite side of the pitch. McKibben will track it down. It'll stay in play for Minot. To the middle, it got past Burke. Went to Hegstad, and that is goal number 2. Grace Hegstad from point-blank range right in front of Grace Ferderer, and that is 2 goals in the first 14 minutes for Minot High. Pedal to the metal, just like we said it needed to be for Matt Fowne's team today. Java McKibben with the assist. Grace Hegstad with that second goal. McKibben's 6th assist, 11th point of the year, and goal number 1 for Grace Hegstad, the freshman. How about that? A proud moment here I saw in the fan section in the bleachers right in front of my broadcast position. Hegstad scoring her first point of the year for the Majettes. Makes it 2-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. What a start for the Majettes in this big-time WDA match. Later on in this broadcast, we'll take a look at the West Region scoreboard. What other games are in action today? Let's take a look at what's happened this week in WDA soccer. Again, our only soccer broadcast of the week coming on a Friday. We missed a lot of action. Mandan 2 days ago, the only game to be played, a 0-0 draw against Jamestown. Both of these two teams, as well as the Blue Jays that we saw last week. Hold on a second. Minot's got another scoring opportunity. It is cleared away, at least momentarily, by the Braves. Kaylee Hansen doing her best to keep the Majettes off the scoreboard some more. Played Calbear working all the way back. Aldrich supplying some intense defense. Braves, how will they deal with the havoc here? Heldrop sends it up ahead and just out of the reach. Not able to track it down was Addison McLeish. And now the Majettes go again. And as I was mentioning in my last thought, might finish that. But hold up, we got another scoring opportunity here for Minot. All right, well, Mandan, Jamestown, and Minot, the 3 teams we've seen lately on the PSP network, right now do sit in a very good spot as we're right around the halfway point, maybe just past the halfway point of the WDA regular season soccer campaign. Obviously, Mandan, Jamestown, and Minot all with 7 wins, and those 3 teams 7 points ahead of 4th place Century. The reason why that top 4 is important are those are the 4 teams that qualify for the NDHSAA State Girls Soccer Tournament, which will be right here at Duane Carlson Stadium in Minot. Top teams from across the state, 4 from the west, 4 from the east meet. Minot will be in defense of their 3 straight state titles. Again, Mandan and Jamestown look to be in good position with their early season success. Still a long ways to go. And for some teams like Bismarck, who played Minot quite competitively in their recent match, a 2-0 win for the Majettes over the Demons. That's a team that, you look at that roster, you look at what they've done against some other teams out west. They've got a chance to maybe surprise some people or prove themselves in the West region. Century 1 point ahead of Bismarck coming into today's matches at 14 points in the West region standings. They are that cutoff 4th team currently in the WDA table. We'll see the Patriots very soon on Tuesday for WDA soccer on the PSP Network. Minot will host the Bismarck Century Patriots. We'll get a good look at what the Patriots bring to the table in their push for a state tournament appearance. And then you've got Legacy at 13 points. They're tied with Bismarck right now. The Sabres, saw them earlier in the year. Didn't fare as well against Minot High, but obviously that might be not your measuring stick game for most teams. So the Sabres, another team to watch out for. And then after that, St. Mary's, Dickinson, and Williston, a combined 2 wins on this season. Not to say that they're out of it already, but it's not looking too promising for those teams making a comeback this year. Obviously, still a lot of soccer to be played and a lot of upsets to happen. St. Mary's, a team that we'll see as well later on at the very end of the regular season. They'll come to town. They were supposed to play earlier against Minot High, but that game got rescheduled due to winter-like weather with snow on the Duane Carlson Stadium turf. Back to the action here. 21 inside of 22 minutes to play before the half is up. Minot with a 2-0 lead over the Mandan Braves on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Perrin in the 8th minute, followed by Grace Hegstad just a few moments later. Marking 4th and header, progress stopped by the Mandan defense. And Kate Beckler had a couple substitutions come in the game there as well. Trying to get you those when we can. Identify them out on the pitch. Say thank you for tuning in to West Region Soccer on the PSP Network. It's brought to you in part by Ryan Family Dealerships. For 50 years, Ryan has been a trusted name for car buyers in western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com for one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston. That's Ryan Family Dealerships. Long throw in by the Braves. We'll stay with the Majettes only momentarily. And now picked right back up. That is Aaliyah Gibbons in the game for the first time. In the match for the first time for the Majettes. That was one of the subs to be brought in. Display there by McKibben. But it is taken away by Mandan. Again, working ahead are the Braves. They set in the offense. Long shot on the way. Put Gilmore all the way back to that goal line, but able to make the catch and keep it out of the net for save number 35. Braves trying to keep that momentum up on offense. Chasing the ball around was Tegan Droll. Again, we talked about her 12 assists on the season. That is some of the highest numbers you'll find in the WDA.
In for Mandan, number 18, Maya Lewis.
Some subs in here for Minot. Coley Roberts in the match for Minot, as well as, well, we know the Mandan substitution. There was 2 in for Minot. It was Roberts for sure. In for Mandan, Mila Ellis, a junior midfielder. 7 goals on the year for Ellis. Coming off the bench today. Minot with it. Pass up ahead from Burke. Finds Java McKibben. and is taken back by Mandan's Abby Landis. Another substitution for Mandan's head coach, Aaron McAway. Perrin dribbling in the middle. Past 3 white jerseys. It ends up back with Lewis. Now Aldrich. McKibben to Perrin. Minot high on the move. Over halfway through the first half. Perrin pass to nobody. Sent away by the Braves, only to be retrieved once again by Minot High right at the midfield line. Swooping in and taking away that ball was Beckler. Wow, she made a lot of plays defensively for Mandan. Credit her effort. Really, I mean, that was another good look from Burke. She was able to just get a little bit ahead of Beckler. It was going to be one-on-one with her and the goalkeeper, Ferderer. And possibly a 3-goal lead here in the first half for the Majettes. But Beckler stuck with it. And kept this a 2-goal game as we stand. Another substitution in for the Mandan Braves. It's like 13 from here. Paige Weiss was in the starting lineup. Emerson Perrin on the move again. Here goes McKibben into the box, but that is going to be an offsides. Take away that chance for the Majettes. Clock running inside of 17 minutes. Left in half number 1. Another good time to remind you this broadcast on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by Shields of Minot and Bismarck. They present the Player of the Week each week on the PSP Network social media platforms. Head to @NetworkPSP on X or Facebook to vote for this week's Player of the Week or nominate next week's Player of the Week. Brought to you by Shields of Minot and Bismarck. They have every sporting good imaginable from fashion to footwear. Shields of Minot and Bismarck are proud to support the PSP Network's mission of promoting local athletes. Aniston Perrin back in for Minot High off of the bench after that last substitution. Two-goal none lead for the Majettes on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Kept on the offensive side by Minot. Julia Lewis wants a shot. Instead, it's going to find its way out towards midfield. And that looked like a handball. It is. Mila Ellis going to be called for that one. Free kick for the Majettes. Here is Aldrich, McKenna Aldrich. Passes to the near side. Coley Roberts, she's scored 3 goals this year already. She's played some big minutes at the end of some of these matches that have just simply gone out of hand. Minot High gets on the pitch. Their last match on the road against Williston, a 13-0 win over the Coyotes. And we remember earlier that 20-plus goal performance against Dickinson here at home. Roberts found the back of the net in that match as well. Penalty going to go against Mandan as Hegstad was tripped. Converging there for Mandan on Hegstad. It was Ellis and Emerson Nopick, the 8th grader, wearing number 8. Nopick has already found herself in the scoring column as well for Mandan with 3 points. 1 goal to 2 assists for the 8th grader.
In for Mandan, number 9, Nate Knopick. And in for Minot, number 30, Morgan.
Beg your pardon, Knopick. as her the other Canopic on the roster checks in for Mandan. It's Miley, sophomore, on defense for the Braves. Dribbling for Mandan, Abby Landis. Now up to Paige Weiss, working on the far side of the pitch. Long pass into the corner. That's some backspin. Played all the way back there by a Majettes player. And out of bounds, last touch by Mandan. Give it back to Gilmore. She'll play it to the near side. Taken out of the box by Hegstad. Now Roberts. Roberts past the midfield. Julia Lewis gets past the defense. She's on the run. Eyes up, finds McKibben. Sorry, that's Burke. Burke, left-footed pass, back to the middle. Julia Lewis again. They play catch back and forth, and Lewis finds the back corner. Furterer stood no chance at saving that one. A wonderful boot by Julia Lewis. And that is the third goal of the game for Minot High at the 12:40 mark. Well, sorry, the 27-minute mark of the first half. Minot with their third goal. Add Julia Lewis's name to the scoring list. It goes Emerson Perrin, Grace Hegstad, and now Julia Lewis for Minot. With an early lead, 3-0 in the first half. Mandan's got a giant comeback ahead of them here on the road. The Jets working right in front of the net again. In the blink of an eye, Aniston Perrin. Staying with Minot on the offensive side. Played ahead. Perrin again. Now back to Hegstad, the second score for Minot today. Roberts wants it on the near side, not going to get it. Lewis heads to just get it away. She was in trouble there, the double team. Gibbons. Lead pass up ahead, the pitch. And driven out of bounds by the Mandan defense. Substitution here while we got some time. Remind you again, we've got the Magic Sewing Intermission Report coming up next. Also want to give a shout out to another one of our sponsors, Planet Pizza. There's no pizza like it. Call now at 701-852-1700. Place an order tonight. Mouth and belly will thank you. That's Planet Pizza, serving the Magic City for over 25 years. So just when Minot gets the ball back into play, after the substitution, they're going to give it right back on that penalty. Ten and a half minutes to go before halftime. Minot has already built a 3-0 lead over Mandan. Number 1 versus number 3 in the West Region standings coming into today. That's Mandan number 1 with 22 points. Minot in third with 21.
In for Mandan, number 6, Sarah Hellerop. In for Minot, number 14, Jada McKibben.
Some starters back in the match for both sides. Sarah Heldrop for Mandan, Java McKibben for Minot. Coley Roberts, oh, nice pass. That found McKibben in the middle. Braves try to clear it. Hegstad's there. Says, nope, not going anywhere. Emerson Perrin tries to squeeze it past two defenders. Instead, it'll be picked up by the Braves. Looking up the pitch, trying to find Weiss. Instead, it'll get all the way back to Minot's goalkeeper, Gilmore. Gives it up to the defense. Try and move it up for the Majettes further down the pitch in search of that 4-goal lead. Wow, would that look unsurmountable at the halftime break for Mandan? If the Braves can just at least get on the scoreboard, then might be some hope reinstilled in this Braves club. They're trying to move past this Minot defense. It is hard to do. Minot team that has not allowed a goal this season. You can credit their goalkeeper, but you got to credit the rest of the defense as well. They make life miserable for opponents. You can just see it here, the difference in how these offenses are able to work. Minot sits in offensive sets. Mandan has to get one quick strike down the pitch. That's been their best look so far. They've had it on a couple of occasions. Just haven't finished it. 2 shots, 1 save by Gilmore. The other one well wide of the net. And other times just unable to track down those long passes up the pitch. But that's what Mandan's got to get working if they want to cut into this 3-goal deficit here at the very end of the first half, or obviously when we come back from the break. Throw in on the near side by Kaylee Gibbons. First time she's been mentioned on the broadcast. Substitution in. McKibben to Julia Lewis. Now we're going to find Emerson Perrin. They play catch. Oh, what a save by Ferder. McKibben was looking for the goal there. She is denied by Hannah Ferderer. What a save there. That looked like a guaranteed goal for Minot. They were playing catch back and forth. It was Lewis to Perrin to McKibben. Perrin looked like she had an opportunity to take it. Instead, passed it up for Java. But the save there by Ferder. Here comes a penalty kick for Minot. It'll be taken by their leading goal scorer, Emerson Perrin. There's the whistle. Here we go. Perrin with the shot and the goal. It's a 4-0 lead in the first half for Minot. 32nd minute goal for Emerson Perrin, her second of the game. She started off in the 8th minute with that first goal on the board, and now makes it 4-0 on the PNC National Bank scoreboard with that goal at the 7:35 mark in the first half. Another penalty kick goal for Perrin. It's hard to stop when she's at the line. Again, Braves on the breakaway. Gotta find the ball. They don't. Ran out of room on the near side. Now is Ellis looking for Tegan Droll. Instead, the Majettes take it right back. Not for long. Sarah Heldrop's there. Heldrop has Droll to her left. Instead, dribbles into 4 maroon jerseys. That's not an equation for success there. A steal for Minot. Perrin had it poked away. Picked up by Miley Kanopik. Back and forth we go. Just into the Mandan zone. Now a pass up for Minot. McKibben. Oh, just past Perrin behind the intended target. Over the head of Gibbons. Here's a look for Droll. Droll hits the turf. But that is going to be a penalty there against Minot. Number 10, Savannah Fowler. Came in with not the intention really of taking that ball away, rather than just halting the progress of Tegan Droll up the pitch. 6 minutes remain in the first half. Substitution in for Mandan. Madison Hertz. Hertz with it right here. Not for long. Abby Landis shoved a Minot player into Duane Carlson Stadium First Western Bank Field turf. Free kick for Minot. It's stopped by Ellis and maybe even Aldrich as well. Get it to the half line. Coley Roberts plays it to Aniston Perrin. Emerson Perrin now has it. Braves player come from behind. Perrin able to get it away. Julia Lewis. Open in the middle is Aldrich. Another near trip there by Landis. Aniston to Emerson. Now to Roberts, working on the right side, has a good look. But another save by Furter. Wow, she has been tested today. Furter again has been tested a lot today. She's given up 4 goals, but she's also made a couple remarkable saves for Mandan. Corner kick on the way, brought to you by ServPro with 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It is ServPro. Nearly had the opportunity there for the Majettes, but Furter just got in the way. Hannah Furterer doing what she can to keep this one a 4-goal game. Final 4 minutes of the first half. Furter slides and picks up that ball. Unable to be played by Java McKibben. Start the second half. We'll take a look at your WDA scoring leaders. Got a lot of them playing today, that's for sure. Weiss. To her left, to her right, spins around Gibbons, now comes back to the left. Looking for Ellis in the air. Ellis still with it. Now held drop. Pardon me, Hurts. Landis into the box, played into the gloves of Kinsley Gilmore. Held drop flies in, unable to collect the loose ball. Emerson Perrin has it, dribbling down the right sideline. Comes back to the left. Lots of open turf ahead. Pass will not find its target. Cleared by the Braves. 2.5 left remaining in half number 1. Deacon Droll with a nice move there to take it away from Julia Lewis and move it up the pitch. Landis. Held drop now. Going a little bit backwards. Maybe have to go backwards to move forward for the Braves here. But instead that possession comes to an abrupt stop with Gibbons with the steal. Heldrop thinks otherwise. Sarah Heldrop moving ahead. Working against Perrin. Those two were tied for the lead to give you a sneak peek at the WDA scoring table. They were tied in points coming into today's match, but Perrin's 2 goals has put her 2 points ahead of Sarah Heldrop. Maybe the second half is Heldrop's time to respond. Braves trying to fend off maybe one final move by the Majettes offense here as they are closing in on goal number 5. Perrin finds Lewis. Lewis passed one but lost the ball. Clear doesn't get far enough. Gibbons with the header. Again, Droll, expert defense there. It's going to draw the whistle, but it's against Tegan Droll. She's not totally pleased with the call on the pitch. Sorry, couldn't offer any more expertise on that call there, but went against Droll. A free kick for Minot inside of 60 seconds. Shot on the way. On 2 bounces. Furter has it. We'll hold it for a bit. Now clear. Nice pass from Sorry, that was not Droll. That was Paige Weiss with a nice pass.
In for Mandan, number 2, Taya Meyer, and in for Minot, number 12.
Quick substitutions here at the end of the first half. This might stall play enough for the first half time to expire, and it will. There's the horn. Magic Towing Intermission report on the way. Minot High. A huge 4-goal first half for the Majettes. They're taking it to Mandan through the first 40 minutes. We'll recap the first 40 and preview the second half as well as part of the Magic Towing Intermission report coming up next on the PSP Network.
It's iKeating Furniture World's 90th anniversary sale. Now's the time to celebrate, update, and redecorate. From furniture for every room to flooring that brings it all together, you'll find incredible anniversary savings on just what you want, just what you need. Step up to better sleep on a Sealy, Stearns & Foster, or Tempur-Pedic mattress, all comfortably priced. Plus, no interest for 5 years. Don't miss this one, the 90th anniversary sale, going on now at iKeating Furniture World.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold. Trusted for decades and decades to come.
An entertaining first half, to say the least, for the home crowd here at Duane Carlson Stadium. Minot High gets out to a 4-goal lead after 40 minutes played of WDA soccer on the PSP Network. Welcome in to the Magic Towing Intermission Report. There's no job too big or too small for Magic Towing serving Western North Dakota. Remember their phone number whenever you need a tow. That's 701-509-4011 for Magic Towing. All right, let's get this intermission report started with a look at the first half scoring. There was quite a bit for Minot, starting very early on with Emerson Perrin notching season goal number 14 and career point number 108 in the 8th minute of this match. That made it 1-0, an early message to Mandan that Minot was here not to mess around early on. They were going to, like our Northern Plains hitting their keys, the game said, they were going to score early and often, and they did that with Perrin scoring right away. Grace Hegstad not too far after that. On the 14th minute, she was able to net her first goal of the season. Grace Hegstad, the freshman, nice to see the first point this year for her. That made it 2-0 Minot. And then, after a bit of a break, some defensive showcase for the Majettes, some opportunities for Mandan, and some saves as well for Hannah Furterer for Mandan, their goalkeeper. It was Julia Lewis that finally broke the scoreless streak for Minot at about 13 minutes there between goals. In the 27th minute, Julia Lewis made it 3-0. Emerson Perrin again would answer with the penalty penalty kick goal, her second of the game. Again, up to 15 goals this season for Emerson Perrin. 2 in the first half for her. Your score at the break, Minot High 4, Mandan 0. As for first half analysis, well, relating them to a Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game, Minot did exactly what we expected from them. Score early, score often, and distance themselves from the Braves, a team that came in with upset on their mind after recent results against Minot being ever so close to taking down the Majettes. Minot did exactly what we expected them to do again, to state the obvious, with a 4-goal lead in the first half against the top-ranked team in the WDA table coming into today. As for the Braves, they had to play a slow game, and, well, that didn't really happen. They got into a bit of trouble early on with those early goals from Perrin and Hegstad, and their offense never really took shape after a few good looks early on, with 2 shots on goal, and the save by Kinsley Gilmore in there as well, taking away Mandan's first and really one of few scoring opportunities in that first 40-minute stretch. The Braves, well, now they're not going to have to play slow anymore. They have to match Minot's intensity in the second half to try and come back from a 4-goal deficit at the break. Well, our Magic Towing Intermission report will return after these short messages on the PSP Network. Stick around. We're going to take a look at the West Region scoreboard, updated standings, and the scoring table in the West Region. All that coming up in the rest of our Magic Towing Intermission report, and the second half on the way right here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about Magic Towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Well, as both teams return to the pitch after the halftime break, Mandan takes a look at the scoreboard. They've got a 4-goal deficit to climb out of here in the second half as we just about get ready for another 40 minutes to be put on the board and conclude our Magic Towing intermission report. Once again, their phone number 701-509-4011. You're going to want to remember that when you need to tow. There's no job too big or too small for Magic Towing serving Western North Dakota. That phone number for the final time, 701-509-4011. All right, let's take a look at today's matches in the WDA. There's 4 of them taking place across the West region. Williston's on the road against Bismarck St. Mary's, Jamestown at Bismarck, and Legacy goes across town to take on the Century Patriots. That's today's scoreboard in the West region. We'll take a look at this week's earlier results as well throughout the second half. Also got a peek at the WDA standings and your top scorers. That's all coming up in the second half, so stick around on the PSP Network. It's time to return to soccer. 40 minutes back on the board, ready for the second half here from Duane Carlson Stadium. Mandan trailing Minot 4-0. 2 from Emerson Perrin, bookending the first half scoring for Minot High. He also had the first goal of the year for the freshman, Grace Hegstad. And in the middle of all that, goal by Julia Lewis, her second of the 2024 campaign. That was the first half scoring for Minot. Mandan looking to get on the board early here in the second half. They're going to have to do that. You can almost flip the Northern Plains Heating Air keys to the game from our pregame show to how the second half might go. Obviously, maybe Minot thinking more on offense as well. Why slow down now and play a slow game and maybe let Mandan back in this match? Obviously, for Mandan, though, they're going to have to be flying on offense to keep up the scoring pace of Minot that they put up in the first half. Second half is underway. Mandan with the ball currently. Now into the possession of Macy Burke of Minot, battling there at midfield. Still with it. Now gives it up the pitch. Java McKibben finds Julia Lewis on the left side. Lewis was the third scorer of the first half for the Majettes. She'll pass to McKibben. McKibben working inside the box. McKibben still on the move and still on the hunt for the goal. But instead it's going to be just wide to the left. Java McKibben, a good look there. 5 goals, 5 assists for the sophomore forward. It was on the pass from Julia Lewis. Looking to notch her 6th assist of the year after scoring her second goal in half number 1. Kick from the Braves out of the box. It's going to get sent right back to the out-of-bounds line, chased down by Ferderer. Hannah Ferderer in the first half. We mentioned at the very end after giving up that 4th goal, or actually making a couple early saves, she has been tested a lot, and that was to be expected by Minot, a team that puts up shots non-stop. I mean, you look at some of these latest matches against Williston. Their last time out against the Coyotes, scored 13 goals, put up 34 shots on the net. Gave up just 1 against the Coyotes in the shutout win, and even against Bismarck. 2 goals in that game against the Demons, 16 shots on goal. So Hannah Ferderer came into this match knowing that she would have to play some spectacular goalkeeper. And she's made a couple of great saves so far, but again, that big 4 spot in the first half for Minot, haunting right now Mandan and their search for their 8th win of the season to draw even in the win column with Minot. And the Jets are 8-0. With a win, the Majettes can move into sole possession of first place after tonight with 24 points in the West Region standings and an 8-0 conference record. Mandan with just a draw, they can get into sole possession of first place with the Jamestown Blue Jays inactive today. Jamestown's next match will be at Bismarck. They played Mandan last night. Back to the action here on the pitch. Payne Weiss moves it up. Mandan in a good offensive spot here, but It is sent away out of bounds by Minot's defense, and that just goes to show how hard it is to, one, get into an offensive set and a look at the goal for the Braves or any opponent, and two, once you get that look, continuing to move around, pass the ball, and get a good shot off. Gilmore's had to save one shot so far today. Goalkeeper for Minot High. Kinsley Gilmore, that stat, and we're going to say it until it's not true anymore. She has more goals scored than goals allowed. As goalkeeper, making her 9th start of the season. Just 8 goals allowed on her entire career for the freshman, all of them coming a year ago. Four minutes played in the second half. No goals just yet. Not on that early offensive pace that the Majettes were on to start this match. But they are on the offensive side of things here. Able to send it away from Mandan was Emmy Gartner. Now played ahead to Landis. Majettes take it back. 3-on-4 look for Minot in front of the box. Burke. Now played away to the Braves and Tegan Droll. Droll works backwards and to her left. Pass up ahead, deflected. Goes to Minot. Tough look for Burke and Perrin. That combination, Emerson Perrin and Macy Burke. A goal and an assist each against the Bismarck Demons in the 2-0 win over Bismarck High just a few matches ago. Against Williston last time out, Macy Burke 4 goals. That game, she's got 6 in the last 3. Yet to find the net here in this match against Mandan. Just continuing to look at the stats that those two share in their long and absolutely extraordinary soccer careers for the Maroon and Gold. 192 career points between them. And Burke's been out on the pitch for Minot High since 2019. Now in her senior year, called back for offsides. Burke has 85 career points, 55 of them being goals. She led the way for the team in goals last year with 29, just ahead of Emerson Perrin. Java McKibben, long pass up ahead. It's picked up by Mandan. Over in the corner was Kate Beckler. Her hustle plays have been much needed for the Mandan Braves so far. Taking away opportunities from the Jets on both sides of the pitch. Her defense position. Still playing there in the corner. Far side. Burke to Lewis, back to Perrin. Oh, look at this strike here, but it's Furter with the save. Hannah Furter read that one the whole way. Perrin was winding up for the hat trick. But Furter stops that one at least. 33 minutes to play in the match. Burke, as the Braves defense flies by, looks to the right, pass to Perrin in the middle on the assist. We'll see who that is. We got to get that one right away. As that was Emerson Perrin with the goal, her third goal of the game. Morgan Forthen was the one that gets the assist. There's the clarification. Forthen to Burke. Forthen to Perrin. It was Burke that made that initial pass up ahead to the wide open Morgan Forthen. And then to the top point scorer in the West region, Emerson Perrin, her third goal of the game. It is 5-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard with locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. BNC National Bank provides you with banking and wealth management services for your business and family. Visit them online at bnc.bank. 47th minute goal there for Emerson Perrin. Third of the game, another hat trick for Perrin this season. Now is the ball again. And that's going to find Java McKibben over the keeper and in. Back-to-back goals in the matter of a minute for Minot. Java McKibben on the pass ahead from Perrin. Had the eyes up ahead the whole time. Found her teammate with a clear shot at the net. Furter came out, but the shot went right over her head and there was no chance of recovering. Java McKibben with the goal. Her first of the game, 6th of the year. And that makes it 6-0. Wow, has Minot High exploded on offense throughout this match. And the 47th minute goal by Perrin. How about the 48th minute goal by Java McKibben? Kept on the Minot side offensively. Here's McKibben again. Most recent goal scorer for the Majettes. Burke trying to find Perrin there. Maybe miscommunication. Now it'll find Perrin, Aniston Perrin, only shortly. Now the Braves with a breakaway. Stopped by Aldrich. And sent away. This ball tracked down by Beckler. Now Burke for Minot. Oh, here's another chance for the Majettes. Underneath, Furterer and McKibben single-handedly here late in this match is taking this game right out of Mandan's hands. 3 goals in 3 minutes for Minot. Perrin once and McKibben twice. Credit Perrin with the assist there. Back-to-back goals for Java McKibben. A 3-goal start to the second half for the Majettes. We've just played 10 minutes of this second half. My, oh my, has this been a display of offensive perfection for Minot High on the pitch today. Kickoff taken by the Braves. And if 4 goals wasn't unsurmountable, 7 now really a daunting task for Mandan. Stopping the action there as our referees were conversing over on the bench. And now we're back to soccer. Minot, 3 minutes of 3 goals. And showing no signs of slowing down right now. Here's Sarah Heldrop, looking for a highlight to her match. Her top spot as the leading goal scorer in the conference is in some trouble today after Perrin's 3 goals. Makes it 1 goal between those two talented scorers. Heldrop with 17 goals this year, Perrin up to 16. And now an opportunity to tie, and she does! Finds the top shelf. Emerson Perrin, that's 17 on the season, 4 in this game. It is 8-0.
Goal by number 22, Emerson Perrin, assisted by number 12, Macy Burke.
Burke with the assist, Perrin with the goal. Unstoppable are the Majettes. 2 goals apiece for Perrin and McKibben just in the second half. We still got 27 minutes to go. Mandan trying to do something here to get on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Lost out of bounds there by Taya Myrie. Sophomore forward for Mandan, wearing number 2. Into a triple team. Unable to be played by Paige Weiss. Travel to the corner. Gilmore outside of the box. We'll bring it back in. Looking for Aldrich. Sorry. Lewis. Now McKibben. Taken back by the Braves, Riley Calbert. The Jets have it back on offense. Perrin all the way to the sideline, running out of bounds. Oh, what an interesting play there. Ball boy lost the ball. Perfectly placed by the kick by the Braves. Throw in goes to Julia Lewis. That pass up ahead goes to Bria Lewis. Played 14 minutes of this second half. 4 goals already on the board since the Magic Towing intermission report for Minot. Ball out of bounds going back to the Majettes. Substitutions in for Minot. Aaliyah Gibbons and Coley Roberts are back in for Matt Fow's club. They each saw quite a few minutes in that first half. Roberts played a majority after subbing in early on. Maybe they see a bunch of minutes here in the second half with an 8-goal lead. Still have 25 minutes to play, so not going to the reserves just yet is Minot. McLeish trying to get it out of the offensive zone for Minot. It is cleared by the Braves, only to be picked up by Minot once again. McLeish now defending Burke. Burke zips a pass right into the middle of the pitch. And Java McKibben. When that possession goes nowhere, another ball out of bounds. Throw in by Bria Lewis. McKibben. Now rolling up the pitch for Mandan. Across the half line. Played here by Heldrop. Running for it is Myrie. Taya Myrie just to the right of the net. Gilmore scoops it up. And we'll put it back in play for Minot. A reminder, this broadcast on the PSP Network is brought to you by Minot State University. The best way to predict your future is to create it with over 100 areas of study. And Minot State will earn the degree for the career you desire, with more than 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. As we have a shot off the crossbar. It was deflected by Furter. The shot was by Burke. Off the glove, off the crossbar. And then a goal in quick succession for Minot. It is 9-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. I believe that was McKibben, but Perrin was there as well. There's a whole crowd of Majettes around the goal playing that deflection. We'll wait for the official announcement as to who was that goal scorer. It was, in fact, none of those that I saw right around the goal. In fact, there was more maroon jerseys there. Coley Roberts going to be your goal scorer there at the 57-minute mark. 57th minute goal for Coley Roberts. That is goal number 4 this year for the freshman. Adds her name to the growing list of goal scorers for the Majettes today. That is now 5 that have put one in the net for the Majettes. Perrin with 4 goals, Hegstad, then Lewis, McKibben with 2, and Coley Roberts the latest. Minot 9, Mandan 0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Majettes fans still in it, enjoying their night at the Duane Carlson Stadium. There's no reason to frown today. A well-played match through what's now been close to 60 minutes, with still 20 minutes to go. And the focus in the second half hasn't really been too much on defense. The defense hasn't really been worked all that much by the Braves. They haven't had the opportunity to. The ball's been on this side of the pitch for, I'd say, probably 16 of those first 20 minutes. It is here, free kick on the way. Played right in front of the goal by McKibben. Second chance by Burke. McKibben with the shot and the score. I think it might be taken back. There's a flag up by our official. It is going to be offsides. So take the 10th goal off the scoreboard for Minot, offsides, as another instance there of too many people in scoring position. Everybody wanted a goal there for the Majettes. Just one player too far ahead. Long drive there by Emerson Perrin, wide of the mark. Multiple substitutions check in for the Braves, as well as one for the Majettes.
Seatbelts, number 20, Abby Landis.
We know the subs for Mandan. That's going to be Kelby Seafelt back in the match. Abby Landis as well for the Braves. And for Minot, or 21, the senior Lexi Schonauer. First time Schonauer's gotten into this match today. Played all the way back to Gilmore. Hasn't seen too much action in this second half. I'll play it away. Once this match does go final of the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Hand out some awards as well. Let's take a look at our complete game scoring. The Jets have already outscored their first half total with 5 goals since the break. A 9-goal lead as the sun continues to go down here. The lights are shining over Duane Carlson Stadium. Temperature continues to drop as well. More substitutions to get to you momentarily.
Number 9, Julia Lewis.
Both teams will bring in jersey number 9 off the bench for Mandan, Miley Knopik. And for Minot, Julia Lewis. Julia Lewis did notch a goal already in this game. That made it 3-0 at the 27-minute mark of the first half. 18.5 minutes to play in the match. The Jets holding on to a 9-goal lead over Mandan. Thank you for tuning in tonight to High School Soccer on the PSP Network. I'm Owen Patterson on the call. We'll be back next week, Tuesday, for more soccer. Our next broadcast on the PSP Network. Minot host Bismarck Century. And then we'll have another broadcast on the PSP Network coming again on Saturday with our Minot crew, as Minot hosts Legacy in baseball. The Magicians baseball team, they were in action yesterday on the road in Dickinson non-conference games. The Midgets swept Minot, the first 2 losses of the year for Minot High on the baseball diamond. Still unbeaten in conference play. They'll be up against the Sabres again on Saturday on the PSP Network. That's it for Minot next week. And then we get into the final week of the regular season in softball and baseball after that. Soccer in the West region, when they'll continue an extra week from softball and baseball. as there is no tournament there. It's just the top 4 advance to the state tournament. These two teams are in the top 4 as once this play concludes, we'll take a look at the WDA table. All right, play out of bounds. Here's how the WDA standings looked coming into today's matches. Again, a complete 4 games. We got a player down as well for Mandan right in midfield. Mandan and Jamestown were tied for first with 22 points in the standings, each of them with 7 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. The most recent matches, Mandan and Jamestown against each other, a 0-0 draw out in Mandan. Minot came in today in third, despite being the only unbeaten team in the West region with 21 points. Just an interesting twist to the standings, going by points rather than win percentage, but that is how it works. But with a 9-goal lead, they do have an opportunity to move into first place today. Obviously, waiting the result of Jamestown and Bismarck's result. Jamestown could stay ahead of the Majettes with a win and adding 3 points. After Minot, then it's a really close race for that 4th and final spot in the state tournament. Century, Bismarck, and Legacy all separated by 1 point. The Patriots with 14, the Demons and Sabres with 13. St. Mary's and Dickinson with 3 points apiece. Williston 0-10 after dropping one of their most recent matches to the Dickinson Midgets. They are 0-10 with 0 points in the West region. That player down for Mandan was Paige Weiss. She is able to walk off the pitch. Gabrielle Froelich will come in for Mandan, number 17. At the very end of this match, don't want to see injuries like that. So due to a talented player like Weiss, a lot of great passing plays, offensive looks for Mandan, but haven't able to find the net just yet. Now on offense, the Braves go. Froelich to Emerson Knopik. Back to Froelich, still working on the near side. Cutting into the Minot defense. Froelich goes back to the middle on a pass wide of the mark, looking for Taya Myrie. Myrie able to chase it down. Defensive pressure turned up again by the Majettes, trying to keep the shutout over the entire season intact. Long shot, well, it's still rolling into the corner. Gilmore tracks it the whole way, won't pick it up, and let that one roll out of bounds. Throw in from the corner here coming by Minot. Lexi Schonauer with the pass to Gibbons. Up ahead they go to Java McKibben. Who's going to track this ball down? It'll be Furterer. And a Furterer, the goalkeeper for Mandan. That was obviously the most goals allowed in a single match for the Braves. They came in today having 3 goals allowed on the season. 2 of them were against Minot. Again, these teams, this is their second matchup against one another this year. The season opener between these two teams was a 2-0 win for the Majettes on the road down in Mandan. Majettes went 1-0-1 against Mandan a year ago in their 2 regular season meetings. Of course, that 2-2 draw, the only non-winning decision since the unbeaten streak started in the start of the 2021 season for the Majettes. And if results hold today through the final 15 minutes, that unbeaten streak will extend to 60. Another milestone as they close in on the 5-year anniversary of their last loss. State championship game in 2019 against Fargo Shanley is the last time a team outright defeated this Minot High Majettes soccer program. Sorry, that was their last regular season loss almost 5 years ago to the day. That was against Bismarck. Last team to beat Minot High in the regular season. Obviously later that year, lost the state championship game to Fargo Shanley. But since then, it's been all W's except for 1 draw against Mandan. I think that might have been the biggest reasoning is to think Mandan would come in here thinking you were the closest one to beating Minot. And with that draw, this could be the team to do it. And they are a talented group as well. don't get to 7-1-1 for nothing. They're a team that will contend throughout the rest of the season in the West. They won't have to face Minot again in the regular season. We'll have to play Jamestown again, and that's a matchup that we're going to have our eyes on for sure, looking for the result between Mandan and Jamestown. Another player is down for the Braves. It's the second one here in the second half. She will be able to get up, and looks like she's going to be helped by her teammate off to the sideline. See if we can try and identify who that player is. But yeah, the big game coming up next on Mandan's schedule. First, they got to beat the Bismarck Demons on the road. That's on Tuesday at Bismarck. Again, the Demons, a team that are looking to climb the WDA standings with a 4-3-1 record. Bismarck's taking on Jamestown now. Demons in quite the tough stretch of their schedule, but an important one. They want to prove their spot in the top 4 in the WDA table and qualify for that State A tournament. That was Mila Ellis for Mandan, who was injured on that last play. Again, still limping over to the Mandan bench. Substitutions come in, 1 for Mandan, 2 for Minot.
Number 20, Jada Shaw.
Jada Shaw and Baranka Kofel in for Minot off of the bench. After that substitution break, clock at 13:08 remaining in the match. Again, our officials talking there on the sideline. That'll be a Mandan throw-in. Clock starts again on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. I want to remind you as well, this broadcast brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics. Specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages, offers 0% financing and free consultations, virtual or in office. Enjoy professional treatment in a fun, relaxed atmosphere. Check them out at minotbraces.com.
In from number 19, Ella Nelson.
Another substitution. Ella Nelson, the freshman, number 19, in for Minot High. With 13 minutes to go as they look to put the finishing touches on another win in the West region over Mandan. Currently up 9 goals. Here's Lexi Schonauer. Deflects that pass out of the air. Next one sent away over the track by the Braves. It'll be a Minot throw-in. More substitutions to get to you.
In from number 30, Morgan Forthen.
Morgan Forthen back on the pitch. Roberts was trying to keep possession there, but Kelby Seafelt said no way. Throwing back to Roberts again, played out of bounds. We'll try it again. This time Roberts decides to throw it. And then we'll bring in another bench player.
In command number 15, Kaylee Hansen.
That's Kaylee Hansen. Play defense. As we wind down the final 11 minutes here from Minot. An exciting start to the second half for the Majettes. Went from a 4-goal lead at the break up to 9 in the first 20 minutes of this second half. And then it has just been preserve the lead from there. They've done so. Throw in by Kelby Seafelt to Landis. Mandan on offense here. And a good setup. Shot on the way, picked up by Gilmore. No good. Played by Landis at midfield. Braves have possession again. Oh, here goes to Myrie. What a save by Gilmore, and that's the key here. They've got 9 minutes and 20 seconds left to play. Trying to preserve that season shutout on the Majettes. They haven't allowed a goal yet this season. Gilmore still putting in the work there. And keep that streak alive as well. It looks like they got the 60-match unbeaten streak almost under wraps. Got to preserve that shutout. Minot will host Century next on Tuesday. You can catch it on the PSP Network. Kickoff scheduled for 7:30. The 7:15 Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Played in front of the Minot bench and out of bounds. Jets will take this time to bring in 2 substitutions. We'll take this time to remind you that today's broadcast brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. For 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts and the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains. Find them online at northern-plains.com. Down to 8 minutes to play. 9-0 lead for Minot High on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Emerson Perrin 4 goals. Of course, one of the nominees for Sport Clip's MVP of the game. Javen McKibben with 2 goals. Macy Burke again influential offensively to the success of the Majettes today in the scoring department. But give credit to the defense again, holding Mandan, who has 49 goals on the year, to without a goal so far. Still 7.5 minutes to pitch the shutout officially. Here's a play for the Majettes. Moved back a bit by the Mandan defense. And deflected out of bounds. Again, in just a few short minutes, we'll have the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors are there to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com, helping clients work toward financial freedom. Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. You can order online at shotscrossroads.com for their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. That's Shots Crossroads. Bring you the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show in a matter of 5.5 minutes. We'll recap this one, hand out some awards, and shut this one down from Duane Carlson Stadium. We'll be back on Tuesday again for that match between the Majettes and the Century Patriots. Shot on the way, and goal number 10. Strike from the middle. That is Jada Shaw. Shaw with her 3rd goal this season. A 10 spot for the Majettes.
Goal by number 20, Jada Shaw. Assisted by number 19, Ella.
75th minute goal for Jada Shaw. And we've got more points. Your life is busy. They'll make managing money easy. That's BNC National Bank with locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. You can also find them online at bnc.bank. Bringing you the BNC National Bank scoreboard. 10 goals to none for the Majettes today. Four minutes to play in the match. Everybody having a fun time at Duane Carlson Stadium today. These fans haven't had their smiling expressions leave their face for the Majettes fans today. Shaw adds the late goal to move the lead to 10. Tracking down that ball, stalling a few more seconds off the clock on the Majettes, as this one is just about final. Picked up by the Majettes defense, move it toward midfield. And again, rolling out of bounds. Need one more look there for Minot. They thought about it. Nearly had it. Throw in from the far side. Go the Braves again. Looking for an offensive spark here at the very tail end of this match. Tough one to go on the results sheet for Mandan, a talented team. This one's really going to be an eyesore. 10-0 loss, but hopefully this team can rebound because they've got another big match coming up next on the road at Bismarck. That's almost a must-win game now, as well as their match later on against Jamestown. 90 seconds left to play. That ball has been out of bounds more lately than it's been inbounds. Play in midfield here, a big collision. Picked up by the Majettes. Kept in. Oh, no, it wasn't. You can count them down here inside Duane Carlson Stadium on win number 9 for Minot. 10-0, your final score. Applause sounding throughout the bleachers. Jets bench rising all full handshakes and high fives over there for Minot High. 9-0 on the year. Mandan will fall to 7-2-1. And until we know the result of Jamestown's match tonight against Bismarck, the Majettes are back in first place in the WDA. There's the horn. Call this one final. 10-0 win for Minot. We'll be back with the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show shortly.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
A 10-0 statement for Minot High today, proving themselves once again as a team you don't want to mess with. And as the #1 team in the West region, they move back into first place. Again, still waiting the results from out in Bismarck, as Jamestown, again, a win over Bismarck can put them back in first place. But Minot, the only team without a loss, and they keep it that way with a win over Mandan today, 10-0. Let's take a look at how it happened. Welcome into the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Let's take a look at the scoring summary from this game. Well, it started very early. 8th minute goal on the board for Emerson Perrin, her first of 4 today. Grace Eggstad then got on the board. Obviously, Perrin, the top scorer in the West region. Grace Eggstad got in the scoring column for the first time today. Her goal as a freshman made it 2-0 later in the first half. Skip ahead to the 27th minute. Julia Lewis gets on the board. 3-0 lead for Minot. 32nd minute, it's Perrin again. 4-0, that one on the penalty kick. That was your halftime score, and then right away to start the second half, Perrin back in business to make it 5-0 Minot. Java McKibben would score back-to-back goals right there in quick succession. They scored 3 goals in 3 minutes, did the Majettes. and it was 7-0 at that point. And yeah, it looked like there was really no coming back for the Braves. And just to seal it a little bit more, Emerson Perrin, her 4th goal of the day, would come still very shortly after McKibben's 2nd. Coley Roberts followed that up on the rebound. A shot by Macy Burke, who ended up not scoring a goal today after putting 4 goals through against Williston in their last match. She didn't need to score the goals today. She assisted on a couple, including one where she shot it off of the glove of Hannah Furter of Mandan. They went off the crossbar. Coley Roberts was there, as well as 3 other maroon jerseys to put that one in. Roberts get credit with the goal. And then Jada Shaw, 75th minute, right at the very end. And that one made it 10-0, your final score on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Majettes 10, Braves 0 today. All Minot High in this matchup of top teams out west. Well, the Majettes improved their unbeaten streak up to 60, and as part of that, let's hand out some awards as well. First, the Sport Clips MVP of the game. The Sport Clips brings you the MVP of this matchup. They're the home of the MVP haircut experience. Nothing comes close to making you feel like an MVP, quite like the MVP experience at Sport Clips. Tonight's Sport Clips game MVP, well, I think it might just have to be Emerson Perrin again, dazzling with the dribbling of the soccer ball, and that led to 4 goals today for Perrin, including 1 from the penalty line. She got creative there. Also had a very nice assist as well. That one was, I believe, the Julia Lewis goal. Perrin could have easily taken it herself and instead gave it to Julia right in front of the goal. It was Lewis that made the play for that 3rd goal of the game. 4 goals and an assist, actually 2 assists for Perrin. A 6-point performance for the senior standout, up to 113 career points. Absolutely unbelievable numbers for Emerson Perrin. She continues her success today. 4 goals, 2 assists for Perrin. She's going to take home your Sport Clips MVP of the game. As for the Jobbers move of the game, I think we're going to give that one to Coley Roberts. Her goal today on the Macy Burke miss, it was deflected by Furter off the crossbar, and Coley Roberts was right there, ready and awaiting, put it through for the goal. Coley Roberts with your Jobbers moving and storage move of the game. They focus on the details of the process without ever losing sight of the big picture. Their efficient step-by-step approach to move management keeps everyone on the same page. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. You can also find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Well, that just about does it for our planning team financial advisors. Shots Crossroads post-game show today. An abbreviated one, but there was not much else to say, but Minot High dominated on the pitch today once again, improving their record this season to 9-0, 8-0 in conference play with 24 points in the West Region table. They'll be in action next against Bismarck Century on Tuesday night right here on the PSP Network. Mandan drops to 7-2-1. They stay with 22 points in the table. They look to rebound in a tough matchup on paper against the Bismarck Demons on the road across the Missouri River on Tuesday night against Bismarck High. Well, that now does it for sure of our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Your final score for the final time, Minot 10, Mandan 0. Perrin with 4 goals and 2 assists, your Sport Clips MVP. Coley Roberts, Jobbers move of the game. Minot High as a team improves to 60 straight matches without a loss as they take down Mandan today 10-0. I'm Owen Patterson, glad to be on the call for you today for high school soccer on the PSP Network. Join us again on Tuesday, same time, 7:15 Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show ahead of a 7:30 kick between Minot and Bismarck Century. Who's going to be the first to take down the Majettes? If they keep playing like this, they might not lose again. All right, that just about does it for us at the Duane Carlson Stadium tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you on Tuesday, but until then, I'm Owen Patterson saying, have a good night, everybody.
It's iKeating Furniture World's 90th anniversary sale. Now's the time to celebrate, update, and redecorate. From furniture for every room to flooring that brings it all together, you'll find incredible anniversary savings on just what you want, just what you need. Step up to better sleep on a Sealy, Stearns & Foster, or Tempur-Pedic mattress, all comfortably priced. Plus, no interest for 5 years. Don't miss this one, the 90th anniversary sale, going on now at iKeating Furniture World.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.